from Power Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And here we go at Mile High. Fields this one at the 3. Showing a little burst so far. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Big T, Con. Hurt.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
We send a man in motion. Trying to throw this from the gun. And he's right near that 1st down marker as the stop is made at the 48.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
60 Bison. 65, yeah. 65, yeah. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Sends this to the end zone. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early to put a fear of God into this defense.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nick starting with the pass. On him quick, and they bring him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack. Create an offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On third down, here's Nix. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
Kill. Hold on a sec.
They run it. Here's Andre Hardy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Out of the gun, it's Nix. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And he's out the clear. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Kid, I know you feel the same questions I do from people as, well, do you ever have a rooting interest in the game, or is it hard to not root for your home team or anything like that? No, the only thing we root for, to be honest, is a close game. And right now, with this kind of start, it doesn't feel like we're going to have one.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. And that's no good. I don't know if the snap and hold were clean, and he is not able to knock it through. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. To return it, here's Isaiah Williams. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
34-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
Hold on a sec.
Back to the air, Nix after the pick. Completed over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be first down, Denver. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Nix. And he doesn't see a winner we like, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Hold on a sec. Ready.
Now Nix on third down. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
11. Hold on a sec. Ready.
Nix now on first and 10. He rolls to his right. Finds him on the crossing route. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Hold on a sec.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Second and goal coming up from the 7.
Middle. Hold on, son.
Shotgun handed off to Harvey. The defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
We're getting a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. It's an early lead for the Raiders. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. Everyone's out there, so let's get things restarted. The kick by Lutz is good. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive to take some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He fields it from the 8. Showing a little burst so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19, go.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Complete on the option. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders make it a 16-point ball game. Brock Bowers the touchdown. Carlson now to add one more. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Nix with it on 1st. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Broncos cut the lead down to 10.
Broncos 10.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Trey Tucker to return it. Showing a little burst so far. And he goes out of bounds to hand that excellent field position up across the 40.
When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to go down right along midfield strike.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders make it a 16-point ball game. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Kill.
Give up the middle to Harvey. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Either they knew play action wasn't coming or they were totally sold out for that one. That was a shot. That's how you hit and make the highlight reel.
Nix now, 3rd and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. Here we go on 4th. Nix. Free inside the 30. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin-off, pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage. Big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Trying for the deep ball. That's grabbed inside the 30. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders make it a 16-point ball game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball into the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now Nix. Finds the in route complete. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Nix. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Raiders will get it back with some time to work with. We reached the 2-minute warning. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what we could call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, mistake 19. Tight, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
To the air on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. It's fielded at the 14. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. They've helped them get this early lead, Brock, and they are just continuing to do their part to try to push this game further out of reach.
Yep, stepping on the gas. That's twice in a row now. Interceptions the last 2 drives. Now this offense has an opportunity to continue to build the momentum and build on this lead.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he set out. They gain 11 on that play, and the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Has a man on target to Thornton. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
When you throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the 2 keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders make it a 24-point ball game.
Broncos 17.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Finds a seam down the middle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Nix to throw again. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. Now the offense has to the line for third down.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
On third down, here's Nix. Another pick bounces off their hands in the end zone, Brock. Back-to-back chances to escape the field, and they dropped both interceptions. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20.
They're on the 16-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10.
Kill.
First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. I got too many plays, I won't even play. Get out of my way, out of my way, out of my way.
Way up, get your weight up, put your plate up. You a foreign, we at war, and I got all the hallelujah, Talladega, baby Jesus, in the flesh, come and get it, and I'm with it. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah, don't we get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my eyes bloodshot red, I'm ready right now, don't run your mouth too quick, let's get it.